Hello and welcome to the channel and another episode of this FIFA 16 Manchester United career mode. Firstly, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Superman, I'm Jonah and Baggy Shep for their comments. It really meant a lot, guys. Thank you very much. It will help encourage me to keep going with this. So I was very happy to read that this morning. So thank you for that. Just adding Oxlade-Chamberlain, another young talent English player. He plays on the right midfield. I've used him in previous manager modes and he has impressed me, so he could be as an alternative to Depay, I think, on that right midfield. Still no scouts that are any good. Apologies for that, my phone background. So yeah, we're adding Oxlade-Chamberlain and try and get some English players in. Like I've said, I've used him before. He's pretty handy. He scores a lot. He does well for me. And we need some strength in depth, I think, in case Depay is injured, because we haven't really got much cover there. Same with the full-back areas. So at the moment, my only full-back is... Well, I've got a few with Fonzu Mensah who can play out there, I suppose, and Daley Blind can play out there. Rojo can even play out there on left back, I should be saying, really. McNair, I think, can play both full-backs positions. Just trying to add a few more formations as well, because the last game I don't think we were scoring as many goals. We're only getting like one goal. And then we lost to Juventus 1-0, so I think we need to go with 2 up front instead of just a 1. And we need to go wide as well, because Man United are used to playing with wingers. But I don't think Mata's really a winger, so I'll put him in the middle. Also, I wish you could change the roles without changing the stats too much, because I want to play Daley Blind. I want him back as a central defensive midfielder, not a centre back. And I want Mata to be an attacking midfielder, not a left midfielder or a right midfielder or whatever he is. But you can't change them in FIFA career mode, and I'm not sure why, because players are always changing positions. So I'd like to see that change, to be honest. Just moving all these players around. I like them to be in order. It's just a weird thing with me. I like to have right back, left back, centre backs. Basically in order up the pitch. It really bugs me when they're all just sprayed out like this. Also, it gives me a bit more time to talk to you guys. If you've noticed a few of the changes on my channel as well, like the pictures, the background images and that's for Koningsdag, which is a Dutch holiday, well, a bank holiday sort of thing. And I've changed it to suit that because that is next week, 27th of April, 7th and 20th. So if I've got any Dutch viewers out there, hoi and goedendag, or wherever time you're watching it. As I've mentioned before, I've moved to the Netherlands. So that's the reason behind the changes. The little fox logo with the Dutch flag. Face painting. I think it's good, something a little bit different. Just starting the match now. This is the 3rd match in the group stage, so we need to get a result here. We need to better Atletico Madrid's result in order to qualify. So Atletico Madrid are playing Juventus in the other game. So if they draw or lose and we win, then we will go through second. We should beat these as well, Phoenix. These are the lesser team of the group, I should say. They're also the American team, so they're on home soil, as this tour is in America. American Challenge Cup. Early shot there blocked. Gone attacking straight away to try and settle the game down. There we go, goal already. Yeah, try and get an early goal so we take off the pressure and the nerves. Should win this comfortably, I think. I'm hoping we win this comfortably anyway. Because we're only scoring 1 goal a game. We're scoring late in games. It's nice to score an early one for a change. Hopefully we can build on that and score more goals though, because it could come back to haunt us and affect us. So we need to be putting games to rest, putting games to bed, finishing them off, get more goals. And unfortunately I haven't been able to play any of my young players like I wanted to on this tour. You only get 3 games and I've needed to win. I need to win this one. I needed to win the first one, and I couldn't play them against Juventus because they were top of the group at the time. So I needed to challenge Juventus and Atletico Madrid and possibly the other teams in the other groups were able to rest their players. I haven't rested my players, so that's going to be it's probably going to tell, to be honest. I should be resting my players, but we'll know for next time. I'll probably start off, if I do another season in the next season, I'll start off with my younger players rather than my first team players. Mata steps up for the free kick. Not in a bad position. Actually I might change this to a right footed to drop it in on the edge of the 6-yard box. I like this the inclusion of the spray paint of it, well, wherever it is, the spray foam, wherever it is. I like the inclusion of that. Yeah, I might change this to a right footed, like Ashley Young or something. Yeah, Ashley Young will drop it in just behind the line of defence. It's not bad. I tried to header it back across, but Rooney's ran away from the ball. I don't know why they do that. Sometimes they just watch the ball roll past them, or they don't come to the ball. I'm pressing everything I can to try and change to the player, but they just run away from it most of the time. Ashley Young could have done better there, really. There's another chance here. There's a bit of a sharp cut away there. Apologies for that. And he's crowded out. It's good defending. Got many people back to deal with her. A lot of people back to deal with her, I should say. Oh yeah, I made a few changes for this game. Not many, just a couple I think. I dropped Rojo and put Blind back in the left centre back spot. And I put Schweinsteiger in instead of Rojo. That's basically the only changes I've made. I want to keep a back 4 that's consistent. I want to keep them playing together so they get used to each other. I want to keep the same back 4 as much as possible. And I know it's easier to do this in a game because they don't get injured as much as they do in real life. Especially our defenders. Manchester United's defenders. They're always seeming to get injured. That was a nice little turn. He's in behind Blind. And oh my god, that was a brilliant goal. It was absolutely wonderful. I wish more players could shoot like that. Still having trouble with shot power. That is an absolutely amazing finish. It's a great strike. De Gea had absolutely no chance there, for as good as he's been in this tournament. That right in the top corner, in the angle. Don't be too hard on yourself, De Gea. No one in the world could have saved that. You could have had 3 keepers in for that. Well, that's put a spanner in the works. I have to try and get another goal. We're not going to qualify at this rate. Unless Atletico Madrid are losing, which I'm not sure. Because we'll be on 4 points, they'll be on 3, I believe. As we beat Atletico Madrid. Well, El De Gea go ultra attacking. Mata picks it up in the middle. I like him in that role. I think he's playing well in this game. I like him in the attacking midfield role. Martial steals one. Oh, that's a great finish. Just stroked it into the bottom corner. Was gifted that there right before half time as well. It's a great time to score. Not sure why he's passing it back there or what he's doing. He stole it off him and finished it. It was a great finish. Stroked it in the ball, finesse shot. Guided it past the goalkeeper. Is that like Petr Cech's brother as well? Both wearing that protective helmet. It's Petr Cech's little brother. Someone probably will actually tell me that it actually is. That'd be funny. Actually, it is his brother, mate, yeah. I find it really funny that Petr Cech's actually Czechoslovakian as well. He's the most Czech man on the planet. Especially if he was in a bank. That's one of my jokes as well, you can use that if you want. Probably not though. 2 shots, 1 goal. He's proving to be a good player. It's actually his Man United, his 3rd game for Manchester United. Ashley Young, a terrible cross. Why was nobody? He's offside. Who was offside? I don't think he was, mate. I think you're having a laugh, linesman. You're having a laugh. It's never offside. See, they don't even show the replay. Oh, it's probably because they're bringing a sub on, but I hate when they don't show the replay, because that means that the computer's just messed you over without even showing you that it was actually offside. Which it wasn't. Definitely wasn't. Computer's wrong. Computer says no. I don't like why it's taken a long time to get this goal kick taken. There we go. Still winning just about, but probably comes down to goal difference if Atletico Madrid win. Oh, just as I say that, Martial strokes one into same sort of finish as the last one, a bit closer to goal, but that is a nice finish as well. He took that well. So Ryan Giggs scouted Anthony Martial for about a year himself, and he's been touted and being compared to Thierry Henry, and with finishes like that, that was very Henry-esque finish. That pretty similar to the last goal he scored, but they all count. And that should make the game safe. Should win this now. I think it's safe to say that we're going through. Anthony Martial with 3 goals in the competition altogether. And I'm going to make 6 changes here just to get some players some more game time. And some rest, like players like Mata. Get them rested, get some players on. Just see this game out now. I've got just over 30 minutes in the game time. Yeah, Anthony Martial though, scouted by Ryan Giggs himself for a year, reportedly. And if he is anything like Thierry Henry, and we've paid how much for him, I think it was like something ridiculous money for him. But if he does turn out to be anything like Thierry Henry, I think that's a bargain at his age, if he stays for the club for 5 or more years especially. Just seen there as well, next game against Tottenham. I hope it's not against Tottenham, because we want to get qualified and play in the semi-finals of this tournament. The first Premier League game is against Tottenham, which is going to be interesting. We usually beat Tottenham in real life, but I think I do like Tottenham as well, so it'll be an interesting game. And of course they've got the mighty Harry Kane, who's had a really good season. Or was that last season? All the seasons seem to be blending into one these days. He had a really good season anyway, Harry Kane. And Jamie Vardy's having a really good season this season. There's a take at corner. Resulting corner from that free kick. Easily for De Gea to come and collect. Oh, I've got to stop passing it there. I keep playing myself into trouble. I'm not sure. I should just clear it, to be honest. Marcus Rojo. I did drop Rojo because I felt a lot of the mistakes at the back were being made by him, and his poor defending led to the Juventus goal in the last game. So I dropped him. I'm going forward, he is impressive. Like, he can score some goals for me sometimes in other manager modes, but defensively he's usually out of position. And it seems to be like he's more attacking minded than defensive minded for a centre back, I believe. Just going to use my last substitution. De Gea, probably our man of the tournament so far. Just going to give Sergio Romero some time because I probably won't use him other than now. I'm not going to use him in the knockout stages, I don't think, so just give him a couple of minutes here. Well, about 20 minutes. Get him on. It's interesting now that the goalkeeper changes. Sergio Romero's on. It doesn't look anything like him though. There's a couple of players like Memphis Depay, looks nothing like him. Some of the players just don't look anything like them. But some of the players have done really well, like David Blind. I think he looks a lot like David Blind, and David De Gea looks a lot like David De Gea. Anthony Martial, nothing like Anthony Martial looks. Ashley Young, Chris Smalling, there are a few that do look very similar. I think they've done a really good job with some, but you know, the newer ones not so much. At the commentary as well at the beginning, they only seem to say Wayne Rooney's name. They don't say like they'll say number 8, and then they'll have a pause, and then they'll say number 10, Wayne Rooney. Like, the only player that you know the name of in this team. At the beginning of every game, it just says Wayne Rooney. It doesn't say like Juan Mata or anybody. Oh, it's nicely taken by Carrick, and that is a crisp finish. Good celebration. Just got trapped in the net though. He took this really well. It's a great second touch. Great first touch, great second touch. Poor goalkeeper. It's another finesse shot as well, curled finish. In the middle of the goal, not in the bottom corner. Michael Carrick gets his first goal. Of course I took Rooney off, and it designates the captain's armband to Carrick. For some reason it usually gives it to Smalling, but I took Smalling off as well, so it just gave it to Carrick instead, which I like. I like Carrick as captain. He's quiet, but he leads by example by playing football. I want to get him a decent cup run as well, because it's going to be his last few seasons for United. So get him a good cup run. Probably get him to lift the trophy if we win one. Get him to be the captain and lift the trophy. It's a nice sort of send off for him. More substitutions. I didn't like that they keep substituting one after another. Should do what I did and substitute them all at the same time. But it's quite annoying. I've made 7 substitutions, like one at a time. I like this stadium though, it's got to be said, it's a nice stadium. I think it's the CenturyLink stadium, if my memory serves me correctly. I think that's what it was at the beginning of the game. There's a nice ball in, easily dealt with by Smalling. Well done, Smalling. And Herrera, he's another player I like as well. He just puts himself about. Very robust, good making challenges, breaking up the play and then passing it on to the other players, the more creative players, which we haven't got very many of, but hopefully we'll get Ericsson to fix that problem. I'm not really convinced by Schneiderlin yet. I'm still going to give him time to impress me though. I don't know why he slid to shoot there. I could have stood up and curled it into the corner again, but it's blocked, very well blocked by Edu there. Falls to Carrick on the edge of the box. Oh, I was just about to shoot there, but he stopped me just in time. And that's the final whistle. I was just going to let it go. I was going to hit one. And he just put a tackle in just as I was about to take the shot. I was pressing circle up as well. Trying to get some power behind the shots for a change. Still struggling with that. 3 shots, 2 goals. Well done, Anthony Martial. 2 goals in this game. 3 in the competition. I think that makes him the top scorer. Should do. Not sure why he's hooking blind. That's not a bad match. 4 goals. Conceded 1, but there's not a lot we could have done about it. It was an absolute wonder strike. And it was straight from the goalkeeper as well, so the defence weren't in position to block it either. But nevertheless, it's a good win. Comfortable, really. I think might have just shaded the possession, I'm not sure. Don't normally have possession. I normally get the ball and take it straight to goal, and that's my first and only thought. So I don't bother passing it around in my own half or anything. I just play to score goals. Some of the highlights, this is the goal. Probably the best goal I've seen so far in this series. Absolutely incredible. He's scored 1 goal in the tournament as well, and he's scoring belters like that. This is a good finish. Not too sure about the celebration though. I mean, that's stealing Sturridge's moves. You're better than that, Martial. You know better than that. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to see that again. I don't want you to be doing Sturridge's celebrations. That's a better celebration. Similar finish as well. Still pretty good. Save from a free kick. Nicely done. I was trying to get blind on there. That free kick did have me worried, to be honest. Not sure what that was about. It fell over when he rolled the ball. Must have pressed square just after I released it. Released X and then pressed square straight after. He'd only just came on. Substituted on, and like 10 minutes into the game, he got 10 minutes into his game I should say, he got a yellow card. Carrick with a tidy finish. All the Philadelphia Phoenix fans are looking pretty sad, but they weren't expected to go through this group really, I don't think. Finishes 4-1. Just have a look at some of their stats. 6 shots, 6 on target, so that's not bad really. 49% possession did we have then? I thought we just shaded it, but nevertheless possession's not the most important aspect of the game really. It's goals ratio, and we got a good shots on target ratio to goals. And I'm going to leave it there then, guys. That's this episode done, wrapped up nicely. 4-1 win, a few more goals in it for you this time. So thank you for watching. Take care, see you soon.